All right, let's talk about Capricorn energy in your birth chart and what exactly that means. Capricorn, whether you are a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon or a Capricorn rising, or you have Capricorn in your first through 12th house, Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac. The phrase for Capricorn is I use, and they rule the 10th house. The 10th house being your career and public image. Now, I'm sure if you know a Capricorn, you probably can see that regardless of what this Capricorn does, they're very, very, very focused on like practical matters. They're super disciplined, a little bit pessimistic too, because the ruling planet for Capricorn is Saturn, and Saturn kind of does denote to like setbacks and limitations. But normally, like Capricorn suns are just really, really, really practical, really focused on earthy things, making money, building an empire for themselves. I say this because I have Mars in Capricorn. So for me, like my like ambition and aggression and all that stuff is basically, well, I basically just have a stick up my ass because that's Capricorn energy in general. You don't really get angry, you get ambitious. And so if you're Capricorn Mars like me, you'll completely understand that. The best way to motivate Capricorn Mars especially is just to piss them off, because there is not really an anger style there, and Capricorn in general really does not get that angry. They're very, very, very cool-headed, a little bit distrustworthy, definitely. Capricorn, as I like to think about Capricorn energy, Capricorn is the father of the zodiac, whereas you have Cancer as the mother. So Capricorn wants to sit at the head of a table and have all the decisions filtered through Capricorn. And Capricorn wants to be the ultimate fatherly figure, the leader, not the leader, more so like the authoritan. They're very authority oriented and do not disrespect a Capricorn, or, my God, let peace be with you. Capricorns are super, super grounded in reality. Everything is thought of in a very practical way, and they always have another plan of action to take after they finish the other completed action. It's like Capricorns are mountain goats, so they're running up a mountain and they're ready to get to the top, and of course, like in their way there, they might stumble on some rocks or they might get a stick in their foot, but they're going to keep going regardless of whether or not anything bad happens, because Capricorns want to get to the very top. They compete with themselves, and that is something I know is very, very true of Capricorns. So wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, you will be very, very practical, and you'll want a solid foundation. And just kind of like I was saying, like the mountain goat going up the mountain, you might not have a foundation or a solid foundation for a very long time. But once you do finally reach the top of the mountain, you will be very, very, very happy. So say you have Capricorn like in your 7th house, you're going to want a solid and practical foundation in your relationships. Everything is going to involve building. You're not going to be happy with just settling for the way things are at the very beginning. You're going to want your relationship to keep growing. You're going to keep building and building, and your relationship's going to keep getting better as you build, as you keep running up that mountain and being practical and creating better opportunities for yourself. And it will be, as I said, in a very practical way. Sagittarius can kind of be known for getting down in the dumps, like especially if they feel like they're not succeeding and they're not able to be the builders that they are. The pessimism kind of can follow with a little bit of like sadness and depression, but Capricorns normally have a way of bouncing back up and running. Just because they are so focused on ambition, they're so focused on success, they're so focused on obtaining all of the earthly pleasures of life. Not in a way that you would see a Taurus being like interested in obtaining earthly pleasures, but like just for security reasons. With Saturn being their ruler, if you're experiencing some like sadness wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, you should probably look to Saturn, because Saturn will give you answers as to what it is exactly that's creating setbacks. I mean, you probably know, but it's still nice to have that like concrete answer and to see like, oh gosh, I have Saturn in my, I don't know, 2nd house, and so my Capricorn energy is probably being affected by my financial situation, which would be huge for Capricorn. When Capricorn feels like they're not succeeding in regards to material success, in their careers and stuff like that, like, oh no, it's not good. But Capricorns can also feel like that in other facets of life as well. Capricorn's known for taking a really, not a really long, well, yeah, a really long time to settle down, but it's mainly due to this distrust that they feel because they are so hardworking and ambitious, and it's hard for them to trust that somebody's going to stick around while they're doing that. These guys are the authority of the zodiac, definitely. They are the authoritarian parent. They are who you will see, especially if you have like your Capricorn in like the fifth, or even like a Capricorn sun in the fifth house. You're going to be a very big authority figure, like to your children and even to your spouse, but not in a way that it's like a bad thing. Like just devout responsibility. That would be the mantra that I would use for a Capricorn whenever I explain that to my clients who have like strong Capricorn placements or Capricorn suns, moons, risings. Devout responsibility is key, and it is a very, very, very big focus for Capricorns. Capricorns are cool because they won't give you advice on something unless they know, unless they are completely sure that like whatever it is they're advising on is something that they personally have experience in. They're not going to be the kind of people that are going to tell you that they can like go out and do something and then not return with like whatever it is that they told you they were going to do. That is definitely the beauty of the sign Capricorn. Whereas like you might have like a Gemini who's going to be like bouncing all over the place and like maybe give you false optimism. You aren't going to, because really, Capricorn doesn't have a lot of optimism in general. So like if they tell you like they are going to do something, like you need to believe a Capricorn. Because a Capricorn will not stop running up that mountain until they achieve whatever it is that they said that they were going to do. So yeah, that is Capricorn energy in a nutshell. Wherever you have Capricorn, you're going to be devoutly responsible. You're going to be very practical, earthy, and you're going to have this ambition and drive that is like no other. You are going to be able to be successful, but there could be setbacks on your journey up the mountain. Like I said, you might get a stick in your foot, or you might fall down. But it doesn't ever stop a Capricorn. They just keep going because they compete with themselves. They do not compete with anybody else. And they don't like competition either. Like, if they have, like, somebody like I'm thinking of, like, competitive signs, like an Aries or, like, a Leo trying to compete with them, like, a Capricorn's just going to look back at them like, psh, are you kidding me? I got this. And that is something that is incredible about Capricorns. So, yeah, that's Capricorn energy in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed that.